So let's move on slide number 4. We can see that big data. What is volume? What is variety of data? What is velocity? So if you see, the volume has been so large that in the predictors are saying in 2020 the data volume will reach around 35 zettabytes. It's a huge volume. So you can see. So data is explicitly, it is predicted to reach to 35 zettabytes in 2020. You can imagine how much information are we going to have in 2020. So how to handle this data? This software is necessary to handle this data. And this phenomena is affecting every organization. Their data is growing too, but most organizations use only 10 to 20% of data available to them. And of the data, they may utilize it for only one purpose. They don't know how to use this data. There is velocity in data. It's a dynamic, sometimes time varying data. So whenever we say dynamic or sometimes time varying data, it means if there is a velocity in data, the predictions, the analytical solution, the approach are large. We can easily explore them. We can make a better model rather than a static data. So velocity data is better for our model, for our analytics purpose, for our understanding. Variety, 80% of world's data is unstructured. Can you believe this? 80% of data is unstructured. So you can see how big is the scope of big data even to make unstructured data to structured data. We can see, several software engineers, analytical person can sit together and do brainstorming to make this unstructured data to structured data. Even we cannot think without being structured any further solution. So our first and primary step is to make it structured data. Many insights are logged within unstructured data. In order to analyze that data, it needs to be brought into one platform in its native format. Until unless we will not get the data on one platform, we cannot use this in a way, the way we want to make it as profitable. This requires new type of analysis, that is text analysis, to analyze the data. So nowadays, due to lots of social networking sites, telecom uses, lots of plastic usage, we do get lots of text data, image data, audio, video record. If we somehow can manage this unstructured and variety of data and velocity of data to a platform where we can make it structured and in a kind of platform where we do not need to explore several data warehouses, data mart, we only need to explore a data warehouse from where we run a query, we can take whatever the information we want by using one data warehouses only, rather going here and there and using several data warehouses. Big data needs to be governed and organized, needs to make decisions and the trustworthiness of the data, and to test the data. Without trust, there is no action or adoption of new insights from big data. So our aim is not to only make data structured, our aim is also to make this structured data trustworthy for the organization who are going to use. There are several private agencies in US. I do not have much idea about India, but about US geography, when I was working, there are several private agencies who do this kind of exercise to make a kind of data warehouses platform, and they do keep adding the data information for the customers, and they sell it to the market, to the organization, corporate, to analyze this data, and they do make lots of money only selling these big data. So you can think how much economy is moving around this big data. Even a simple data information is being sold in $1. So you can how even selling the data is a kind of big businesses in US and other geography across the world. Let's move to the slide number 5. How many data in the world? You can see we had only 800 terabytes in 2000. In 2006, it was 160 exabyte. In 2009, it has been 500 exabyte. In 2012, it's 2.7 zettabytes. And in 2020, as I told you, that it is being forecasted that it would reach around 35 zettabytes. Had it been possible without customer? No. It means customer is using lots of social sites, telecom, plastic to provide the information. It's only that organizations need to capture these information to analyze these data and to reach out on a fruitful discussion about the customer's insight. Only then we can make profit, we can solve the challenges, we can solve the problems around customers, around clients, around organizations. How many data generated one day? 7 terabyte on Twitter, 10 terabyte on Facebook. It's a huge number of data. It's a huge number. So you can see it's a Twitter and Facebook information. We are getting LinkedIn. We are getting other social network sites, job sites. If we start adding those sites, I cannot imagine how big data we could have to analyze. And it's a big problem for us. Why is it a boon? So I won't say it's a problem. I can say it's a boon only if we are able to analyze. If we are not able to analyze, it's kind of gent which will destroy the industry, because we will kind of not able to provide any information because of unstructured data. So big data is the next frontier for innovation, competition and productivity. Innovation in the sense, when we have lots of information, our analytical capabilities, our mathematical approaches can be a kind of solution to provide the information, and we could be innovative to think that how, in which manner we should provide the information, what model we should apply, what mathematical approach we should apply to generate, to make this data useful for the organizations. Let's move to slide number 6. Why is big data important?